realistic. What? Hold on,
That
let's
I
just.
feel like I felt in other Call of Duty games is how kind of realistic the movement with your gun is. If that
How realistic the movement with your gun is.
You serious?
This is Call of Duty, not Battlefield. Why does realistic gun movements like matter that much?
that makes sense. Like, there's obviously always going to be recoil. Your attachment's always going to mess with that. But when you peek corners and stuff, the way your gun moves with you is very,
The gun is always moved with you.
very realistic. And I think that's going to be something a lot of these players.
I haven't seen this one. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
I seriously still don't understand why every melee is just using your gun. Every other Call of Duty game, for the most part, before I think Modern Warfare 2019, you always had a knife. Like, why would if I have a knife, why would I hit you with the butt of my gun and not the knife?
You're in the right place to.
I hope the beta feels a lot better than this.
There is an army of.
Because this live stream does not look smooth.
It's going to be one of the M4 platforms and the sniper.
That dive looks so janky. Is it like a double tap to dive?
Yeah, I actually like a lot. Not as many doors.
Not as many doors. Do you see how wide open this map is? Like, what, normally there'd be a door right here or right here? I mean, so?
It's a totally different flavor. I mean, that obviously and
Why? 6v6 should always be relatively the same. Okay, so it seems like he's using specialist because he doesn't have any score streaks here. Let's see if he gets a kill. What's gonna change? Yeah, but how do you know if he's at his second tier of perks? But at least it's here, where your score streaks are normally go. So at least you can have a visual, but like a constant visual.
He's farming.
Yeah, he's literally farming.
Somebody kill Breadman.
Wait, do you guys see the movement though that I was talking about? Like how when you're moving, like
Why is she still talking about the movement?
your whole body, like it's different than other Call of Duty games. It's very hard to put into words, but
Then stop talking about it. Holy
once you
moly.
get your hands on this game, like you can tell everything moves with you. Like
I wonder if she ever talked about Vanguard, because Vanguard was a very bad game.
usually the gun's fairly stationary, but like everything is moving with you at all times.
It's always has moved. What Call of Duty game have you played that your gun, if you're ADSing and moving, is just staying in one spot? That's how it normally works.
See it, so that's.
Yeah. Like,
Okay, recoil, he's shooting. It's still straight. I don't understand this whole like, oh my god, the movement's insane. It's,
yeah, like
dude, Vanguard was a horrible game. And that had a lot of like random movement attached to like the gun and stuff.
Look how smooth the animations can be, and it's just so much fun. So
Smooth animations does not make a good game. We saw that in Cold War.
I just think about, imagine loading in, like trying to check everything.
Remember all those leaks that said exactly how you could customize your guns? Like, it was like, hey, we could probably have a slider on your gun menu. And this was like a while ago. So this was like the leaks, like, you know, you'd have this, you know, your weapon parts, and somebody said that supposedly you'd be able to do a slider. And they even showed any of this, so I don't know. But based on this, I don't think that's happening.
He just looked dialed in.
I also want to know what year Modern Warfare 2 is taking place in, because, again, the UI elements, the guns, the color, all that matches, like, futuristic looking. This just I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, okay, they took design elements out of previous Call of Duty games and then just, like, threw a game together. Like this. This does not feel like I'm playing on Modern Warfare. It feels like I'm playing Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 4, even Black Ops 3 a little bit. It does not feel like I'm playing Modern Warfare. We saw this exact same style of like picking up your gun and everything with like the back shadow from like Advanced or Infinite Warfare. I know like visuals can actually just make or break.
yeah.
Dude, like look at this thing.
You're
It looks like you're playing on older Call of Duty. Just this UI alone, the graphics. It looks like I'm playing a remake of like Black Ops 4 or Advanced Warfare or something like that, but without the movement. I don't know. That's just what I think. Someone like those animations on the Simtex and the flash or stun grenade, those were fine.
the way he's kicked himself out.
Whoa. He's in the mix.
Dude, the flash grenade feels like you're playing Mario Kart and just got inked because you can still technically see. Dude, remember when you got flashed and you pretty much couldn't see for like 2-3 seconds? You can still technically see.
You know, he might be hitting flank soon, but the way he's kicked.
Like, I can still see right now.
Whoa. He's in the mix.
Like, yeah, it hurts the eyes, but still.
Learn a lot as that-
1, 2, 3, 4. Like, dude, it used to be just pulls out a phone, click, drop. Like, pretty much just like put it away. Like, it's fast. Now it's all slow. I was so excited when they said they were making Modern Warfare 2 2020. I'm just gonna call it 2022. And now that I'm watching this thing, I'm like, they had the opportunity to make such a great game. And I mean, until I play and figure out if it's actually, you know, worth getting. But right now, I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, why would I buy this game and not continue playing Modern Warfare 2019? Or even some of the other Call of Duties. Did I still play Modern Warfare 3?
Yeah, the bunny
Everywhere. From MW19 all the way through to Warzone when, you know, we're on Caldera.
From MW 2019 all the way to Warzone. MW19, then Warzone came out, then Black Ops Cold War, then Vanguard. So, a one game to not even the next game, it was a game mode. That's... Why not all the way to Vanguard?
just from all the Warzone I've played, like, so I've been side canceling now for years.
For you. Didn't Warzone come out in 2020? Warzone came out March of 2020. It's been out for 2.5 years. He's acting like Warzone came out 4 years ago. I feel like this map is huge though.
Fans are gonna be very happy.
Just having the nostalgia of pulling on a laptop and clicking a button to call in a score streak. Stuff like that.
Diving into someone,
Again, I get it, you know, a tablet or a smartphone versus a
maybe
radio or a laptop.
I think I knocked somebody out. Okay,
Again, it all
that's sick,
depends
though.
until when I play the beta and I actually see how the game mechanics and everything works and see if everything takes too long. Like when I played Vanguard's beta, that animations and everything, it took way too long to do stuff.
Oh my god, I want that immediately.
I'm thinking like, you know, I've got
I'm surprised we don't see any like the Modern Warfare 2 maps
this idea of like, you know,
during this stream.
he's got a big fin of
Absolutely popping off in
Dude, what happened here? They said they spent so much time on everything, they can't even get the hand movement around the gun correct.
3P.
Think of the perks
I'm not
as
gonna say
well.
anything.
The perk packs we talked about, that with the
What
devs
was
and
that?
everything. Big one, for sure. What do you guys think of the perks as well? Obviously, the perk packs we
Oh, because it switched back
talked
to...
about, that with
right.
the devs earlier on the desk, and we saw that pop up a few times now on the screen. But obviously, having to earn the perks and kind of produce the goods and secure those as you're playing is pretty cool too.
yeah, we'll see.
No, it's not, dude. If I'm not running specialist, I want my perks to be there. And why do we have 4 perks?
And
Some of the historics of MW2, which is back battle hardened. You can stay away from stuns, nades, and then
These are just perks. Why they like...
and Dead Silence is a field upgrade.
Classes.
Everybody's always talking about, is Dead Silence in the game? Well, yes, it is. It's a field upgrade. So you can still have that while you pick your additional perks. And as the game goes on, you'll
So you see how he has to unlock these perks? If I choose them, I want them. I don't want to have to get kills to unlock them.
get more. So you're just going to feel like a super soldier this time.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Why? We're still a human. There's no suits.
It's different. We're gonna see how it plays out, but it seems I just like the concept of unlocking and earning things.
Yeah, until it comes to you have to do it in game and then you get annoyed because you have to sit there and unlock your perks every single game.
I do, so
It's not an RPG. It's a Call of Duty.
It's satisfying. You get kills,
Yeah.
the game goes on, you get an extra perk. Like,
That's what Specialist is. Dude, it feels like we're playing a Tom Clancy's The Division.
I just want to see somebody dolphin
Like, just look at this
diving
thing.
third person down an escalator.
You know what? I'm gonna get some
Dark
animations from just. I'm
Something's going on.
gonna put them
but
side
I'm
by
not quite
side. It
sure
looks like
what.
you're playing.
One thing's for
The
sure.
Division.
You better get there before the wrong people get their hands on whatever it is. Because
like you
Literally.
get twerked on.
Just, I want to know how you guys feel so far about competitive play. I mean, we've got some incredible pros or ex-pros on our screens as well. I mean, you know, so far, so good. How are you feeling about the pacing? How these
Listen,
guys
they're
are
playing
handling
great.
it?
I would
Yeah.
hope they're playing great.
I think
First load into the game right away. I'm looking at the map layout. That's kind of like my forte, and I will say, the
Why?
Mexican Village, that map, I love that map, and like a competitive aspect, it
If you have great maps but horrible game mechanics, no one's gonna want to play your game. But if you have great mechanics and mediocre maps, like Ghost was just way too big of maps, but like people are gonna want to play your game then.
The maps that we are given to play with on this alpha test, I am looking for.
This is a beta test, not an alpha test or advanced warfare. Didn't they say they were gonna bring back a lot of Modern Warfare 2 stuff? Dude, this is exactly. Oh my god, this is exactly from like Infinite Warfare. What is this side UI?
And we're just gonna get a bit nerdy.
The multiplayer design director is there. What was going through his mind when he was designing this?
But maybe I've got to ask you, what do you want to dive
For a
in?
long time. You get 2 to start with, and then you pick a third, and then you pick a fourth, and they're rewarded as you play.
Why?
Like how they
That's not special. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, an announcer comes up, tells you what perk you got, and it kind of re-engages you with what's available. Right?
So is this like a specialist
so eventually you'll
and
get them, and you're not
a
gonna.
not?
It doesn't
What?
reset on death. It allowed us to
You
kind
can
of
now
create
res your
a
teammates in the
couple
middle
more
of.
powerful perks and put them at the end because you're not.
I guess, listen, it's very different, but I'm also a big like RPG guy, so I like the process of like unlocking things and earning things. It's just like at the
We're
core
playing a
who I
Call
am,
of
so
Duty, not an
I think
RPG.
just like the progression over the course of one single
Oh
map, I think is
my
very cool.
god.
Yeah, just feel.
and we wanted to just make
Surprised
sure
none of
that
these maps are from
we're supporting
Modern
all of
Warfare
them.
2019.
And so, you know, some of the
I want to talk about the pacing, the movement, you know, what it looks like, how it feels.
Stop talking about the movement. Oh my god.
Yesterday, something I noticed is it is a little bit slower.
You could like hop and grab it. and
Warzone
you're
is
just,
the only
if you
game
wanna
mode
hit
that
the
uses a
button to, like,
parachute.
activate the pull-up, but then, yeah, you hit your like. There's a limit to that too. You don't need to be an amoeba. Like it's just like floating through the map. Like you want to be some realism to it, but like.
Yeah,
how
but
can you
not the
add that
realism that
realism
like
and the
Battlefield tries
ability
to add.
I mean, think about.
That's how
I don't know,
they're
10 years
just gonna
ago,
ruin this
what you were
game.
able to do with just like interacting with the map and what it's come.
What was the kind of makings behind that?
So it was actually kind of a hard.
They watched Rainbow
We
Six
went through
Siege and
all these
decided to
different
make a game mode out of
iterations.
it.
We had these problems where we're like, hey, the modes around rescuing these. We were going through, and we used to have. We tried with 1 prisoner. We tried with 2 right next to each other. We tried all these different.
Wait,
iterations,
is
and
the
it took a
gunsmith
while
like Black
before
Ops 4
everything kinda
and
clicked.
Infinite Warfare and all
When you're
those?
making game modes, you don't really know.
I'm just thinking about like how crazy it's.
I wonder if they're ever gonna bring back Juggernaut.
You guys did all, I mean, I do.
Or like anything like that. All it is it looks like they took like an advanced movement shooter, took all the guns and everything from that, and went, hey, we made Modern Warfare 2.
Or anything going to affect Warzone. Now it's going to affect ground war invasion. Like,
Now I haven't played the beta, so
I think every
once I
game
do,
you
I
have
can
that moment
actually
that
say my
you
2
end
cents
the
on
previous
that. But
one, you're like, okay, how do we squeeze more blood from this stone?
yeah, right.
why
And
is
it's
that
like-
dead silence?
and
Why do
you
you
start
take your
iterating,
hands
trying
off
different
your
things,
gun
and
to
you
pop
do
dead
kinda, like,
silence?
all of a sudden it's balloon out more, right? And so I think that's
It doesn't mean you have to build it all immediately. Just build the base game. Dude, remember when we didn't have Warzone or Ground War or any of that? We just had Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2.
I gotta say, the fact that we haven't even really scratched the surface yet.
Or sorry, it was COD 4
We're
Modern
here at the
Warfare,
field,
but
we're seeing it for the first time. There's so many questions that we have as well. I want to know what some of the challenges have been for you guys to develop this game, to really get it to the point that it is now, where you are comfortable to show it to the world and reveal it. You know, what some of the hardships been along the way in this ride.
I can answer that.
You know,
Originality.
the big kind of elephant in the room is just, you know, a lot of this was made from people's homes, you know.
What?
Looking at people's art and work that, you know.
That-
people
oh my
leave their
God.
home
That's not a
spaces, leave their
hardship.
living room. I work out of a
Yeah.
shed in my backyard. There's people.
How is that a
own
hardship?
basements.
You're
I bet it's a
working
cool
on the game.
But, you know, but the fact that we can get this done.
Dude, we've had
you know, millions of
solo
people,
developers
millions of
make better Call of Duties than any of the multi-billion-dollar corporations that made today.
You know, all these different Activision studios to kind of aim that they could either play.
I'm telling you, this UI still reminds me of like Black Ops 4 or Infinite Warfare, something like that. Something that doesn't fit when you hear the name Modern Warfare 2. He ass left the game. Okay, look at this. Why is this the UI for quick play? It's my first time looking at it. Why is this the UI for quick play? Or the graphical interface? Why is this it?
We're all playing and it's like,
Why is it quick play, ground war, invasion, or third person mouse pit? This would have probably looked like a better GUI than that. This looks like I'm playing.
almost like it's like a card game where I use my flash and you use your smoke and
Yeah,
like,
right.
and so like we really worked on how many permutations and how that can play out, and so
Why every other Call of Duty is like that.
We figured if we can get that to come and play out in a lot of different ways, we can make a really deeply replayable game.
But that's every other Call of Duty.
Make everyone really happy.
All the insights.
I still can't get behind this
It's been
whole
absolutely incredible.
animation
Honestly,
for Dead
Joe, thank
Silence.
so much
You
for being
pop
here.
Deddy, you take your hands off the gun. What if you want to pop Deddy and start shooting?
Giving us all the insights.
I don't want to
letting
hip
us,
fire.
No doubt, a little.
Hi, Stephanie, and welcome back. Now, listen, we've heard it teased a couple times today. Raids are coming to Call of Duty. Now,
Why are raids coming to Call of Duty?
would you mind letting the people at home know what they can expect for this new experience in Modern Warfare 2?
Thank you, Gina. It's so exciting that you expect from a raid. And we're actually going to be looking at episodic missions, all
So co-op.
of them sort of a couple hours in length.
A couple hours in length? This isn't an RPG, it's a freaking Call of Duty.
Starting with season 1.
Oh
and the
my
launch of
God.
Modern Warfare 2.
Hey, this gets me so hyped. So please
So a game mode that has nothing to do with Call of Duty is getting you hyped. What?
let me know how and when can we dive into raids.
Right, so this is going to come with the
Why?
launch of season 1.
Oh my god,
Same
why?
dates that you're
Okay,
looking
thank
at
you.
for Warzone
Thank
2.0.
you.
This
At
will
least
be
it's not coming on initial release.
Somewhere in the
Okay,
middle
at least
of
it's still not on the
season,
initial
so-
release.
It's gonna be great.
Awesome.
Because then they
You
would take
heard it,
away
guys. Thank you so
production,
much,
you know,
and
the
let's go
actual
back to the desk.
importance of the game.
I feel like the more the day goes on, the more we're getting, the more reveals.
Yeah,
are
that's normally
coming.
how it
I mean,
works.
there is
Campaign or something. Never. I don't know how to describe it other than like it feels like we're in this sort of like metaverse
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Stop using the word metaverse. Oh my god. There's always trial and error with stuff, right? You release like a tentative game mode, temporary. You see how your fans, your players, whoever react to it. You know, you do some Q&A testing. You ask, hey, should we do this? Try this. Put a temporary game mode in, whatever. And build off of that. Don't be adding 100 different things to your Call of Duty and then go, well, you know, fans love it or hate it. Start with one, move on from there, right? You did Ground War in Modern Warfare 2019. People love that. So you have everything built off for Ground War, you put it in your next game, you move on, you try something else. This whole raids thing is just gonna, like, they changed everything. It wasn't like they changed something and then continue to move on. They changed the game mechanics. They changed your perk mechanics. They changed all this stuff that I don't know because I haven't played the beta yet. And then they added raids and some other stuff. They have a great, I don't want to say this, but the last two Call of Duties were pretty much a flop in my eyes. Right, Vanguard was horrible. Cold War was bad. Sometimes it was good, but they just kept breaking it. If the last two Call of Duties were a flop, you don't have to do a lot to make a great game and people wanting to buy it. The initial point that the next Call of Duty is now $70 is, first off, annoying a lot of people. And now you're changing almost everything about the game. That's... no one's going to want to buy it then. That's why I'm just going to wait for the beta and see what happens with that.
I'm so sorry for yesterday painting your name.
And I was just saying, it's like an amusement park of Call of Duty, right? There's just so much going on.
There shouldn't
and,
be
like, we
so
haven't
much
even-
going on in a Call of Duty. Again, it's not a Battlefield game. Battlefield 2042 flopped hard.
Still with a little bit of an eject.
For the most part, Ground War seems to be the same layout-ish. I don't know why certain aspects of Ground War are now larger. I mean, this should be at least farther here. So, like, the northeast would be here. So everything should be pushed up a little bit. But that's it's probably how it is in Modern Warfare 2019. So it looks like they took a bunch of their guns from Modern Warfare 2019. And they just added a bunch of other ones. I don't know with like the ACR or the Remington or like any of the guns they said they were going to finally bring back in. Those should be initially on release. Not on a release, like on the beta. Show the community, hey, we're bringing some of the stuff back. There's been nothing like Terminal or Hard Hat. Is it Hard Hat? Yeah. They said they were bringing back High Rise. If you show none of this in your beta, then like Terminal, none of this was shown in the showcase. It better be in the beta, and it better not be locked behind paywalls. We're not watching anymore. That's my 2 cents.
That looks so beautiful. That's the
It's
whole map
awesome,
on it.
yeah.
Like, in color as well. It looks great.
I hope it's in color. That's it. That's all we're gonna review. Thanks for watching. When I can get access to the beta, we're gonna start posting that stuff. So see y'all next week. Take care.